What would you think if one day someone close to you said this? In just one week, we will start driving from Europe to Japan. Are you crazy?
Have you heard of airplanes?
You're trying to get yourself killed, aren't you?
We are Joe and Liisu, and these are just few of the reactions that we have got when we said that we're gonna drive from Europe to Japan.
Yes, you heard correctly. Starting from next week, we're beginning the craziest journey of our lives. And in this video, we're gonna talk more closely about this extreme adventure.
First, we will talk a little bit about the route we're gonna take and some of the dangers that we might encounter on the road.
Secondly, everybody loves paperwork, right? We are gonna talk about the documents that one needs to partake this really unusual route.
And lastly, we will answer the question, are we actually crazy? Or more delicately put, why are we doing this?
First off, let's discuss the route that we're going to take. Usually there's two main ways that connect Europe with Asia.
The first one is in the north that passes through Russia. And the second is from the south. We chose the route that seemed safer to us.
And I guess the emphasis here has to be on a word safer, because the route we're gonna take still has countries like Iraq, Iran, Myanmar, which is currently at civil war.
We have decided to go south because the situation in Russia just seemed a little bit too unpredictable.
If we go into more detail of our route, then we start our journey in Northern Europe, in Estonia. Then we go through the Baltics, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, and then
we get to Turkey, where we're gonna spend a couple months. Firstly, to see the country, and secondly, because we're gonna need some visas done in Ankara.
Ooh, and after that the fun times begin, because we're gonna visit countries like Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, India, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, China, Vietnam, and then finally, if everything goes as planned, we will be in Japan.
And if your home country is on that route and you would like to meet up or have some cool travel recommendations, let us know in the comments, because we would like to hear from you.
And as you've already realized, although the route is safer, then it's definitely not safe. So let's now talk about the dangers that we might encounter. First, and probably the biggest thing, is gonna be the political situation in the world. We have seen this year how everything can change overnight, pretty much, like what happened with Russia, how this route is now totally blocked for us. And there is quite a few countries on our journey where things might change really quickly.
The other thing that we are a bit worried is the corona restrictions, especially in Southeast Asia. This is something that can close off countries completely.
Luckily now I'm traveling together with a doctor. Although I've been traveling 7 years, then only just now I'm learning about things I should have known years ago, let's put it that way. So we're honestly doing our best. We're getting vaccinated, but there's still so much that can change.
If there are certain areas on the road or dangers that we might not know of, please also let us know, because if you're a local, then you probably know more than we do.
Most problems can be solved on a spot, like car problems, everything like this. I miss Turkish mechanics. Over there I can sit down, have a coffee, have a chat. In here I just have to wait somewhere. I'm happy that it's not raining. Things will go wrong, definitely. But like Liisu said, that if there's something we should definitely know before going, we would really appreciate you letting us know, helping us on this journey.
Okay, second big topic. What kind of documents do we actually need on such a big journey?
We've spent the last 2 months here home in Estonia, and it's really been a huge learning curve. How much paperwork do you actually need to go on such an adventure? Yes, we've all heard about the visas, but there are documents we hadn't even heard of.
Let's start with the most expensive document we have ever done in our lives.
Over 5,000 euros. for a piece of paper.
A very important piece of paper.
Your daily limit has been exceeded. It can cost even more depending on what kind of vehicle do you drive.
It's called carnet de passage, which is basically like a passport for your car.
We have it here. We haven't opened it yet. We've kept it for this video. Idea behind it is that you wouldn't take your car and then sell the vehicle in a country you're visiting.
So you enter the country, you get a stamp, you exit the country, you get a stamp, and if you have both of those stamps, you're gonna get your deposit back in the end.
And on our journey, countries like Iran, Pakistan, India as well, want us to have it. So it literally says that we have a yellow van and that we can enter many countries. But for us budget travelers, it's still a really big amount of money. And I honestly have to say thank you to our patrons who are like supporting us on our journey and even make all of this possible. It's so fun to have people like you traveling with us and being a part of our travel family. If you want to know more, check the link down in the description. But this is not the only document that we're gonna need on this journey. And the next one some of you might not have heard about are those.
International driving licenses.
Yes, and what came as a surprise to us is that one is not enough.
One is not enough.
Why?
There have been changes in the laws, so we actually need for one driver 2 of those, because the countries are basically half and half of the different conventions that they now accept.
So you literally need 2 international driving licenses to such a journey. It's one too many.
And something we also decided on the basis of other people's experiences was to have an extra passport. So each of us has 2 now.
That was just way too close. The lady was about to like cut Liisu's passport in half because the document we're making is so rare. She didn't know what to do, but I just like in 2 seconds I was like no.
And just basically one is as a backup if something happens, and the other reason is to do visas.
In Turkey we're gonna need few passports to leave them in the embassies for the visas to be put in there.
And it looks super nice inside, has pictures of animals and stuff.
I'm 21 plus life experience. And I guess we already mentioned it with the passports, but another part of paperwork you need to do is the visas. And sadly you can't do it all from Estonia because the expiration date of the visas is usually 3 months. So we will start doing most of them in Turkey. In Turkey, I'm sorry, the new name of Turkey is Turkey now. And I guess having to deal with such huge amount of paperwork is just a part of the way if you're planning to travel the routes that many people do not. And now we're getting to the most important question. Are we actually crazy? Or why are we doing this? Why are we driving our own car from Europe to Japan?
Well, it all started in Bolivia. We were sitting in a nice cozy cafe and we were discussing where to go next. And I really wanted to go to Iraq and Joe really wanted to go to Iran.
And where did that talk go?
We sort of decided not to come back after these countries, but to just keep on going.
Yeah.
Just as long as the road would take us.
Yeah, and so we just picked the furthest point, and that's why Japan came to be. But this is just the surface of the iceberg. There's definitely more reasons, and I have to say that in my 7 years of traveling, I've realized that the countries that people don't usually go, that are sometimes portrayed as dangerous, are more often than not also most interesting and have the kindest and most welcoming people.
And the road less traveled will hopefully show us the religions and different stereotypes that we haven't seen and people haven't seen either.
And it's really a blessing to also have over 10,000 people all over the world who want to travel together with us. And it's our privilege to be able to travel to such countries and hopefully to break stereotypes, show the world the kindness of humanity, show that we are all one, that there isn't bad countries and good countries. Yes, the political situation can be different, the religion can be different, but that's not what we are after. We are after the people, the culture, the food, and we truly want to bring you together on this journey. So make sure to also hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it, because this actually gives you the notifications of our videos, and so that you can sit with us on the front seat of the van. I just realized that I think we did not answer the question yet. Are we crazy, Liisu?
Only a little bit.
Guys, it's so nice to have you on our channel and to have you traveling with us. Like I said, it's a privilege to us, and I really hope that you are enjoying this adventure as much as we are. So we will see you back on the channel in a little bit less than a week, and then the journey begins.
Bye!